This is an incredible, heartwarming documentary that you put together. How did you find the families?
That was actually very tough at the beginning. We were searching all across the country, and we actually went to Florida to meet with Adi. You know, she was one of the people that we were like, we think she's going to be really great. And so we went and spent some time with her. And then while we were there, we were like, well, we have a little extra time. Let's go over to Virginia's. And we went over to her house, and she was amazing. Adi was amazing. And then we were like, we have like a couple hours. Let's go see Denzel. And we went to see Denzel, and we just it was pure, I don't know, documentary magic, luck, I don't know what you want to call it, but these three families with these three kids were just amazing and open and honest and vulnerable and willing to share their story, and we didn't want to leave. We stayed and we kept filming with all of them. So it was luck, in short. Very lucky.
What kind of preparation did you have to do with the kids for this documentary?
Yeah, I mean, I think with any documentary, any project that I work on, especially, trust is the biggest thing, and I think making sure you're spending a lot of time without a camera in your hand, just getting to know people, really allowing them to be comfortable with you, and you know, if you expect somebody to be open and honest and vulnerable with you, you have to be the same. You get back what you put out into the world, and so, you know, I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I tell them why I'm there, the reason why I'm a filmmaker in the first place, and I think that starts to allow people to let their guard down because they know that I'm not there for some sort of salacious, you know, reason, that I'm there to be honest and tell an honest story.
Why did you make the decision to make this story into a 20-minute feature or a documentary? Because I felt like these stories could take a lot more. There's so much to talk about and to tell about these kids.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult. You know, when you go into any project, I never want to say, oh, this is going to be a 10-part series or it's going to be a 3-minute thing. We wanted to let it be what it needed to be, given the constraints of, you know, budget and what we had to work with. Film-wise, like days we were able to film, so we felt like this was the best encapsulation of this sort of slice of life. I think that the difference between what this sort of short version is and what a longer version could look like is this truly is, you know, like you're dropping into a day in the life of these families, whereas like a feature version would look more into the, you know, long form storytelling of what a year looks like and what all of the other nuances that go into the day-to-day life of being a translator. So we thought this was the best version of what we were able to do with the time we were allotted.
What do you hope? What kind of change or impact do you hope that this documentary will do to the audience?
I have very high hopes with this. You know, I think when you tell a story like this, you of course want people to who have similar experiences to be able to see themselves and see themselves not in this like woe is me or victimhood light, but in this light of agency and voice and beauty and hope. And so I wanted that first and foremost for the people who are in it and for the people who can directly relate to it because it speaks to their personal experiences. But I also hope that it creates empathy for people who don't have this as a lived experience, but understand that it is something that is happening in their communities, that it takes all sorts of walks of life in this tapestry of this country, this unfinished country that we are creating is very nuanced, and there are people with different roles and different lanes that they're navigating, and I just want people to be more empathetic towards the fact that there are people navigating it in different ways.
What would you say to immigrant kids who could be watching us today? What message do you want to send out to them?
I mean, sort of the idea that I first mentioned is like, you're not alone, first of all. You know, I think that we've had so many people come up to us after screenings and say, this is my story. And I felt so alone during that process. It was wonderful to be seen and understand that there are other people navigating their life this way as well, and so you're not alone, and your story isn't one, again, of victimhood or woe is me, but of hope and agency, and you have, you know, this tool at your disposal to give access not only to yourself but to your family, and that's important, and, you know, be proud of that.
You said in the documentary that a lot of other kids don't take that choice to help their parents with that kind of communication challenge. Why did you make that choice?
Because my parents helped me a lot with like my homework or something in school or my life, and I just want to like help them back with like their lives too by me being a translator and helping them with, like important situations like doctors or a bank or something. And I don't know, I love to help them, and I love to them to make me part of like their important choices.
How did your friends at school, when you walked in with a camera, because you did have some shots at school, how did they react to you being filmed and all that?
They were just like laughing and everything. They were like, it's so fun that you are like becoming famous now, and I was like, I'm not famous, I'm just like being part of a documentary, and it's just really fun. They were just looking at me and staring at me, taking pictures. I'm like, whoa, calm down, it's not that big. But yeah,
And what do you hope for your future?
honestly, I don't know yet. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, but I just know that this documentary will help me a lot, and it will bring me big opportunities in the future.